I was really surprised because, behind the entertainment, behind the mainstream, the special effects, King Arthur is a very deep drama, very intense drama about, I would say, Shakespearean characters in some way, both Arthur and Jude Law's character. How did you work with Guy Ritchie in order to find the right balance between entertaining and Shakespeare in some way?
It was the subject of much conversation, how to modulate how much levity and straight entertainment as opposed to how much substance, and where the most appropriate places to put those things in. It felt as though, it's funny, film has this tendency to dictate what it wants to be, even above what one's intention as a filmmaker or an actor might be. And I think both Guy and I intended to really swing for the fences in terms of the substance of the film, and to be sort of more classic and linear and somber than some of Guy's work has been before. But then the film told us that's not what it wanted, As we started rehearsing, we just had this undeniable pull towards making it more fun and lighter and more levity. But we felt confident in being able to do that because the central themes that we were exploring at the center of it felt like it had a lot of substance. So we felt like even if we went light and fun, it wasn't going to be at a detriment of the film still having a significant amount of heart and something to say about the human condition and the things that we all face in life.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. You already worked with some great directors, just like Jane Grey, Guillermo del Toro, of course. In what Guy Ritchie is different from the others one you worked with previously?
It's funny. It's a good question. I have always had a tendency to be a bit earnest and serious in my approach to work. And once this film had explained to us that it wanted to be lighter and more fun, he said, you have to follow suit. We have to have fun every day, because if you and me are having fun and making each other laugh, then the audience are going to have fun and we'll be making them laugh. And so that was like a really sort of beautiful and refreshing way to approach the work. And then the second part of it is that Guy works in real time. He's not a preparation director. And he views the script as a blueprint, and he views the work as the real work happens in real time on set. So for instance, I always have taken great comfort in going to set with a very, very firm game plan. I do an enormous amount of homework, and I show up knowing exactly what I want to do. And that significantly mitigates the anxiety of like, am I going to be able to deliver the goods on the day? But Guy doesn't work like that, so it forced me to be much more flexible and malleable and fast on my feet, because he has an extraordinary ability to process and decide what's good or bad, what's working, what's not working in real time. But as good as he is at that, he's equally bad at synthesizing that in advance. And so if on Monday I have questions about a scene we're shooting on Wednesday and try to broach that, he will say, no, bro, that's a scene we're shooting on Wednesday, so we'll talk about that on Wednesday. I'll say, no, Charlie, we'll talk about it on Wednesday. Don't be a naughty girl.
And then you have 2 days of anxiety to
yeah, so I have 2 days of anxiety. And then Wednesday would come, and I would feel lost, and we'd start shooting, and he would guide me, and before I knew it, we were having a lovely time, and the scene felt great. So I learned to trust the process, but it took a couple of weeks to get into that. And I now love that, and I really hope I get to work with Guy again on anything, but particularly we would love to continue making some of these films. But
I would like to see King Arthur too, actually. I also want to wait Merlin.
Yeah.